Hello everyone, Josh Palmer here. Today I'm reviewing the 2017 Chinese serial killer film, The Looming Storm. It was written and directed by Dong Yue and stars Dong Yue. This film takes place in the 90s in China and cuts back and forth through some different time segments. And it follows the event of these women's bodies who end up showing up throughout China, and they've been brutally murdered, stab wounds everywhere. And there's this man, played by Duan, who is investigating these murders, and he's a very peculiar investigator, and things get weirder and weirder and deeper as the film goes on. And serial killer films aren't something you really want to talk a whole lot about in terms of like the plot and where things go, but this film is absolutely fantastic. In fact, it's not only one of the best Chinese films I've ever seen in my entire life, it's also one of the finest serial killer films ever made, in my opinion. This goes up there with the ranks of Memories of Murder, Black Hole, Thin Ice, Zodiac, and it's one that not really many people are talking about. It seems to have went under the radar everywhere, including in China. It was recently nominated for an Asian Film Award for Best New Director for Dong Yue, and he totally deserves it. He's a cinematographer who just became a first-time director and screenwriter for that matter, and he is absolutely great. And the cinematography in this is truly something special. Get all these real larger than life, like labyrinth shots of surroundings. There's a scene in particular where the lead character and his partner are investigating this factory, and they finally find their like suspect and chase him. There's this big chase sequence that goes throughout the factory, and they're climbing on top of these different stairs and different pipings, railings, all that, and it just keeps panning through, and you just see how large scale this whole factory, the little industrial complex, really is. And it's truly something special to look at. Bleak is definitely how I would describe this film. Everywhere you look, everything's gray and blue, and almost the entire film, it's just a heavy downpour of rain, and it really adds to the atmosphere. The rain element sort of reminded me of like Shinya Tsukamoto's Snake of June. The films are nothing alike at all, but you get that rainy gloom and doom feel. So, yeah, Duan, the lead actor in this, Dong Yue, he is fantastic. I think this is the best thing I've seen him in. If I'm not mistaken, he was in Wind Blast, which is a Chinese action film. That's another film I really enjoy, but I saw that years and years ago, and I'm not sure if it still holds the same place in my heart as it once did. But yeah, he's brilliant here. I can't remember the leading actress's name, but there's eventually a love interest, and where that leads and the arc with that is just wonderful. It's it gets dark in spots, but it all pays off, and everything just ties together really nicely. This is a depressing film, though. There's not very many happy moments, but I think that's kind of a given with the subject matter and serial killer films in general. I can't recommend this movie enough. It sounds like I'm just stumbling all over the place, and that's because I am, but The Looming Storm it's got to be in my top 5 easily favorite films of last year, 2017, and I really hope it's something that comes west and gets hopefully some kind of type of release. It needs to be seen, and I'm really baffled how this has went so under the radar. I'm not hearing anybody talk about it. So yeah, Looming Storm, one of the finest serial killer films you'll see. If you like the other serial killer films I mentioned, like Memories of Murders, Black Hole, Thin Ice, The Chaser, this is up there with all of those, and it's something that really needs to be seen by more people. So yeah, do yourself a favor, seek out The Looming Storm, and hopefully we can get a release of it somewhere, sometime. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is another weird review where I don't really say much, but trying to get back into the swing of things. And I'm not writing any of these. These are just all off the cuff, just me kind of talking about what I've seen and what I like about it and what I don't like. I really don't have any complaints at all with this film. I think a twist towards the end kind of goes a little bit over the top, but it's still believable. It's just kind of coincidental, but I don't want to spoil that either. So Yeah, this movie's awesome. It's cool to see a Chinese film with this subject matter be allowed to be made with all the censorship and stuff that happens there with cinema. It's got some bloody spots in it, nothing gory or crazy, but it doesn't cut back at all. It just shows it for what it is, and this is a great movie. I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, Looming Storm, check it out. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you guys next time.